Many people may be of age to marry, but emotionally, they are not yet willing to marry. But may I tell you that it is better to have a right marriage than to have a managed marriage. Someone came to my house a few weeks ago and she said, my parents are persuading me to marry because I am aged to marry. I looked at her and I asked her a simple question. What are the ideal age to marry? She looked at me. She couldn't answer the question. Maybe that is your question today. Maybe that is your challenge. Your parents are pushing you to marry. Your peers are getting married and you feel like you are at the age to marry. In today's episode, I want us to discuss the ideal age to get married. The question I used to ask anyone that comes to me and to talk about the age and marriage is, are you willing to marry? There is difference between age to marry and willing to marry. Many people may be of age to marry, but emotionally, they are not yet willing to marry. If you look at this video here, I discuss about things you need to prepare before you get into marriage. It's not about the things that someone needs to prepare. It's not about the things your partner needs to prepare. It is a checklist that will help you to know that if you are really ready to marry. So I want you to know that age is a number. There is no ideal age to marry. There is no certain age. Of course, I know biological, some people will say it is important for women to marry because of hormone change or this or that. But that should not be a reason you should go into marriage if you are not ready for marriage. Why there are so many divorces and so many challenges today in marriage is because people think they are aged to marry, but they never know they are not willing and ready to marry. If you look at yourself and you feel like I am not ready to marry, please don't go into marriage. Don't jump into marriage because if you jump in, you will jump out. I want to use opportunity also to plead our parents who always push their children to go into marriage because so and so person is married, so and so person is married. Please may I tell you to allow them to live their life. You are not the one that will live in that marriage. Allow them to make this decision by themselves. Allow them to grow. Allow them to decide. Allow them to get ready. Don't push your children to go into marriage because you see that your neighbors and other children are going into marriage. Because the truth is this, they are the one that will live in that marriage, not in you. For you, you may want your child to marry because you save face, you want to get some money, you want to be a grandma. But may I tell you that it is better to have a right marriage than to have a managed marriage. So I want to encourage you, my single sisters. There is no ideal age to marry. Age is just a number. If you think that you are ready to marry, go into marriage. But if you think that you are not yet ready to marry, that you are not willing to marry, please don't allow anybody to push you into marriage. And also, I want to plead you, my parents, never you allow yourself circumstances to make you to push your children into marriage if they are not ready. I hope that this video provided you with information that will help you and help your family. Thank you so much, and I will see you in another episode. Shalom.